All right, welcome back to the CNN Quiz Show President's Edition. This is it. This is the final round. $40,000 on the line for three charities: Homes for Our Troops, Help USA, and Save the Children. First place will get $20,000 to the charity of their choice. Second and third place each get $10,000. Let's recap the scores. Chris and Don in third place out of three, 390. Aaron and John, 580 points in second place. And in the lead right now, Jake and Allison with 770 points. But it all comes down to this, the big bet. Each team will get to choose from our group of presidents, and then I'm going to ask them a question that relates to that president or his administration. During the break, the teams decided how much they're going to wager. If they answer their question correctly, of course, they earn the points they bet. If they get it wrong, they lose those points. They're going to have 20 seconds to come up with their answers. And this time, they can consult with their teammates. It's anyone's game right now, so let's get to it. You guys ready? Let's go. All right, Chris and Don, you guys are in third place. You're going to get the first pick of these presidents. Let's take a look at the presidents. What your options are: Ronald Reagan, John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon, or Lyndon Johnson. Which president do you choose?
Ronnie.
Who?
Reagan.
Okay.
We'll do Reagan. President Reagan.
All right. You're going to have 20 seconds to give the answer. I'm going to show you a video first, and then I'll give you the question.
I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit, for political purposes, my opponent's youth and inexperience.
That was Ronald Reagan at his second presidential debate in the 1984 election. Reagan won the election by a landslide. What was the only state that Reagan lost to his opponent, Walter Mondale? You have 20 seconds.
It's New York, isn't it?
It's either that or Minnesota.
I think it's New York.
Okay, let's go with it.
Sure. Where's Mondale from?
What?
Where's Mondale from?
Minnesota.
What do you think?
Are you ready with your answer? Let me know.
Can we go what?
What's your answer?
You sure? We're going to say New York.
That is incorrect.
Is it
The only state
Minnesota?
Reagan lost to his opponent was Minnesota,
Yeah.
which is where
That was his
Walter Mondale
answer.
was from. He won his home state, Minnesota. He won it by 3,761 votes. Let's take a look at how much you wagered.
Zero. No, we bet the house.
You bet the house,
Yeah.
meaning you bet everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, that's what we meant, Anderson. We meant everything. You want me to say it again?
The only time I didn't listen
All
to
of
you,
it.
got it right.
All of it. We bet all of it, Anderson.
You go down to zero. All right. Aaron and John, the remaining presidents available to you are John F. Kennedy, Richard Nixon, Lyndon Johnson.
One Kennedy or that?
Kennedy or Johnson, whichever one.
Kennedy.
Feel more comfortable. Okay.
Kennedy.
Okay. We're going to show you a video, then I'll ask the question.
Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
That, of course, was John F. Kennedy's famous inaugural speech. In order to get the Democratic Party's nod to be their candidate, he had to beat out other nominees. Name one. That was John F. Kennedy's famous inaugural speech. In order to get the Democratic Party's nod to be their candidate, he had to beat out other nominees.
I don't understand the question.
In order to get the Democratic Party's
Past
nod,
nominees, future nominees.
he had to beat out other
In the primary.
people at the convention.
Other
people at the convention.
At the convention. Lyndon Johnson.
That is correct. Lyndon Johnson.
You didn't even take 20 seconds.
What do you say? Good.
Okay.
Let's take a look at how much you wagered. You wagered everything. You bet the house. All right, so you go up to 1160.
But I still don't understand the question.
All boils down to Jake and Allison. You only have two categories: Richard Nixon or Lyndon Johnson.
We'll go with Richard Nixon for 200, Alex.
All right, let's take a look at the video.
I welcome this kind of examination because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
That was a press conference. That was Richard Nixon in a press conference November 17th, 1973, denying his involvement in the Watergate cover-up. The president resigned, of course, less than a year later. What was the name of the secret informant known as Deep Throat that worked with reporters to bring down the president? The name of Deep Throat that worked with reporters to bring down the president.
Who is Mark Felt?
That is correct. Let's take a look at how much you wagered. 400 points. That brings you 10 points above. So you get it. 1170. Jake and Allison, you guys win. Can I just say? Beyonce tips the scales.
No,
You all know
sadly
the truth.
not.
You all know the truth. All right, Jake and Allison get $20,000 for their charity, Homes for Our Troops. Aaron and John get $10,000 for Save the Children. Chris and Don
Do we get anything
$10,000 for Help USA. Your charity gets $10,000. That's it for us. Thanks very much for watching. I want to thank our studio audience. Have a great evening.